We may well be in the grips of a crypto winter, with macroeconomic world events causing safe haven stocks and riskier on-chain investments to plummet. Where do we turn to put our money to work? I've made a number of degen plays over the past few months, and while these are fun and often promise massively high returns, they are also super risky, and utility is often an afterthought. But the project I want to dive into today promises the deliverability of utility first and foremost, with this feeding directly back into the ecosystem and bolstering a rising floor token price. And the utility is, to say the least, pretty damn useful. So let's see what all the fuss is about with the Exo.Fi DeFi 2.0 project and what's got me so excited, even during these tumultuous times. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and watch to the very end of the video so you can find out how to get your hands on one of 10 whitelist spots, which are available to my awesome community. Hey DeFi Dorks, and welcome to this Exo.Fi video. This video is sponsored by the Exo team, but all views and opinions are my own. So a quick intro, this is a cross-chain decentralized trading ecosystem. They have an innovative token tax system to aid new projects, and their native Exo token is deflationary pegged mechanism designed to create a price floor for the token, which has 2 thumbs up for me, especially in the given market conditions and my historic degen plays where everything is bloody red. So I'm really excited about this one, offering utility straight off the bat, and we're going to do a deep dive into what this project is all about. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe and like on YouTube and follow the @DeFi_Dorks Twitter account, because next week we'll be giving away 10 whitelist spots. So that is something to definitely try and get your hands on. But before we dive into this, let's just watch a quick disclaimer.
Hi. Any information or opinions expressed on the DeFi Dorks YouTube channel are not to be considered or constituted as financial or investment advice. It is purely informational. Do your own research and enjoy the crypto journey.
Hey DeFi Dorks. Okay, so let's dive into this Exo.Fi project review. So what is Exo.Fi? At its core, Exo is a DEX, a decentralized exchange. They aim to make it easier for new projects to launch and get funding. It's quite hard for new projects to get started. It's hard for new projects to raise funds, and Exo wants to make it easier for new projects to get funding and get off the ground. One pain point for new projects is the token tax, and tokens take taxes and they are sold back to generate funds. This often hurts the price. Exo will allow projects to take taxes in stables or large cap coins. So we're going to dive through everything this project is about right now. But before we do, I just want to do a brief overview of what we're going to cover. We're going to jump into the Discord and have a look at the Twitter account. I'm going to go through my reasons why I think this is a good non-degen play. I'm going to do a breakdown of the white paper via my research. I'll also make my research doc available in the description of the YouTube video as well. And we'll look at KYC, Doxxed, and Audit. We'll actually start with that because as of the recording of this video, they're not KYC, Doxxed, or audited, but I've just taken some comments from the Discord, and I have had direct confirmation from the team as well that this will be done. I think they're going to be doing their KYC. They're going to be doing their audit through Certic, and their KYC is in process. And they have applied as well for Obsidian as well, obviously, which is one of the newer KYC companies. And that is, they just haven't heard back from them as yet. So without further ado, let's dive in and find out what Exo.Fi is all about. So the project's going to be having 2 pre-sale rounds. Round 1 with a 20% discount with a longer vesting period, and round 2, a 10% discount with a shorter vesting period. They're slated for a June launch, but again, I've had confirmation from the team that this is certainly going to be end of Q2, which would be looking at June time. If not, then the start early Q3. Product and token will launch at the same time, and the core functionalities of the project, which will be the Exo Swap, Exo Lock, and Exo Start, will all be available from launch. So let's just dive through a few of the main features of the platform. Okay, so starting with Exo Swap. So ExoSwap is a multi-chain decentralized exchange that allows crypto developers the power to control how their token is traded. Any of you have been in any of the node projects? For example, I'm in WhitePaper, or I know Thor. They've had to do some contract migrations in order to make adjustments or amendments to their token taxes. This can often be a big upheaval for projects. And what Exo.Fi hopes to resolve is having this implementability of token taxes directly within the DEX. So that's a really, really interesting prospect for new projects, and probably something which a lot of them will be looking to utilize. So ExoSwap allows developers to set custom trading fees directly on the platform rather than coding them into the token's smart contract. This allows them to easily be allocated for various uses, such as liquidity, lottery staking, burns, and dev wallets. This helps young projects generate income without impacting price from selling tokens. So if anyone's been involved in a project that's launched, for example, on Pink Sale, where a large allocation of tokens gets put aside to Pink Sale. For example, I was in one project recently, and they took YDZ, so Yieldzilla. That was launched via Pink Sale. Pink Sale took a large allocation, which I believe was locked for a period of time, but as soon as that initial unlocking period ended, they offloaded all of their tokens at once, and it caused a huge downward pressure on price action. And that's one of the cool features of the ExoSwap. It actually allows the selling of tokens without impacting price. So a few cool features: and anti-dumping mechanisms to limit whales' ability to manipulate price, create liquidity pool farm staking pools funded by their own token, and to create liquidity farm and staking pools using funds generated from custom fee features. So pretty cool. Now let's have a look at Exo Lock. So more than just time-based locks. So the cool feature here is performance-based locking, and that's going to be done via our good old friend NFTs. An NFT-based flexible token locking system. All token locking services allow tokens to be locked for a specific period of time. What makes ExoLock unique is that the funds are represented by an NFT. That means funds can be transferred to another person simply by sending the NFT to their wallet. This essentially allows vested payments to third parties, such as influencers, where their tokens are locked. The funds can be transferred but not dumped on the market by the new owner. So obviously one of the main ways that projects grow their following is by offering influencers financial incentives, often in the native custom token, in order to promote the project either on their Twitter or whatever on their social media followings. And they'll take an allocation of the native token. And obviously, the larger the influencer, the larger the allocation of token that they'll take. And this can obviously, especially for a young project, if we have a large appreciation in price initially, that dumping of that allocation of tokens from said influencer can have a significant effect on price. If these tokens can be offered in a locked NFT format, then that is a way to prevent that, which is obviously going to be super beneficial to new projects, again, looking for a solution to that particular problem. So that is something which I really, really like. This essentially allows vested payment to third parties, okay? But ExoSwap also allows project devs to access a portion of their tokens' locked liquidity. The locking liquidity can be used for pre-approved uses. So locking liquidity. For the first time ever, project developers will be able to access a portion of their tokens' locked liquidity for a set pre-approved uses, either by committee governance voting or by meeting predefined minimum liquidity requirements. This will allow the community to leverage their investment to support the growth of the project. Tokens with sufficient liquidity or with community voted approval can transfer part of their liquidity to either a pre-approved market making service for use on one or more central exchange platforms, assist with the central exchange's listing fee itself, or make custom proposals, for example, a specific marketing services for their holders to vote on, all executed via the Exo Market escrow services, which is genius. Okay, something I really, really love. Okay, so now let's take a look at the third and final element of Exo that's going to be released at launch, and that's Exo Start, a launchpad and incubator platform that allows teams to hold a pre-sale and launch directly onto ExoSwap on the chain of their choice, which again is going to be super incentivizing to new projects launching that want to utilize this functionality of this particular decentralized exchange. And the benefits for projects launching on ExoStart: pre-audited token contracts, the ability to apply for funding and promotions through the incubation packages awarded via Exo community governance voting, to set temporary trading fees on launch, and enables anti-dumping mechanisms on launch. We'll also have an affiliate function that will encourage and reward people for bringing in new investments. Okay, I'm going to skip over Exo Tools and Exo Market, as those two particular functionalities aren't going to be available at launch, but dive into the website and have a look through those, because both super interesting as well. And again, added extra utility. But the fact that this project is launching with those three core pillars of utility at launch is really, really exciting. And the final part of the project I want to look at then is the tokenomics, and why this is a particularly interesting investment for me, and why I'm really, really happy to be involved in this project. Let's take a look at this. The Exo token is the governance token of Exo, and staking Exo gives you access to ExoSwap, ExoStart, and Exo Tools. Staking, there are 4 different governance tiers that unlock progressively more functionality. There's a fixed minimum supply of 100 million tokens, and 36% is allocated to staking and rewards emissions, and it includes a deflationary peg mechanism designed to create a price floor for the token. And that is what is particularly interesting to me. So there are a few projects that have sort of implemented this sort of peg system. Horde, if you've heard of Horde, as you can see, the price action remains within this sort of price range. And I believe that Jade also, if you know Jade Protocol, they had a sort of an auto buyback burn mechanism, which obviously creates a stable price. And then you have the true sort of peg tokenomics of a stable coin, such as Tether, USDT. And if you can see, obviously over time it maintains. And then with this price floor, not only will we have a maintenance of price, obviously that will increase over time and then not be able to go below that particular floor price. So at launch, the floor price is set 10% below launch price. An emissions rate will reduce over time to help maintain consistent value for emitted reward tokens. When the price goes above the peg, Exo tokens are minted at a normal rate, and when price goes below the peg, Exo token emission rates are slowed in proportion to the 1% below floor price. 1% burn is levied on sale of Exo, 1% is added to Exo staking rewards on sale of Exo, and a large portion of base trading fees used on buybacks and burning Exo. 50% of team treasury fees, 50% of dev wallet fees on ExoSwap, 50% of lottery fees on ExoSwap, and 80% of LP fees on ExoSwap. This system is designed to drive a persistent rise in the Exo token price. Okay, a persistent rise in the Exo token price. So if this is a particular project that you believe in, if you like the sounds of the utility that it's promising to offer from the beginning, then an investment in this particular project is something where we could be seeing a long-term appreciation in that native Exo token. Okay, so it's something I'm excited about. Please drop a comment if it's something you're interested in. Well, any questions? And just before we finish, I'll just quickly show you obviously the Twitter account. It's a little slow at the moment, but give them a follow, give them a mention, tag some influencers in to take a look at this project, because it's really interesting. Crypto Sensi's following them. And then obviously the best place for information and questions is hop over to their Discord. Come in and have a look at the official announcements. And don't forget, follow me on YouTube and then follow me on Twitter as well. And I'm going to be doing a tweet out from tomorrow, most likely. There'll be a few rules in there. Follow on Twitter, follow on YouTube, tag and retweet and whatnot. And that'll put you in the running to win one of 10 whitelist spots that I'm able to give away for this project. We can get you involved in that pre-sale. And that is, really, 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 really exciting. So let me know if you've enjoyed this video, drop a comment, and thank you so much for watching.